Okay, today our topic of discussion is Kronig-Penney model, which is very important topic in free electron theory for electrical engineering students. So, according to Kronig-Penney model, the electron move in a periodic square well potential, and this potential is produced by the positive ions in the lattice. The potential is zero near the nucleus of the positive ions, near the nucleus of the positive ions, and it have maximum value adjacent to nucleus. The variation of potential energy, or we can say potential, is given in this figure. If we see, that is V of potential is 0 near the nucleus, then variation of potential when V of x is 0, that is for region 1, and value of potential is maximum, that is which is equal to V naught in the region between minus b less than x less than 0. As we discussed Schrodinger equations, from there we discussed Schrodinger time dependent equation and Schrodinger time independent equation. By using those relations, we find that according to Schrodinger equation for region 1, that is given by d square psi by dx square plus 8 pi square m by h square into E psi is equal to 0, where E is the energy function, psi is the wave function. As we know, psi is the wave function. As potential is 0, then we go to equation 1 and we put 8 pi square m by h square into E is equal to alpha square, which is given as equation number 2. Further, we discuss it for region 2, that is in region 2 potential is maximum, that is here potential is not equal to 0. So we got equation Schrodinger equation as d square psi by dx square plus 8 pi square m by h square into E minus V naught psi is equal to 0, where potential is maximum, that is potential is equal to V naught, which is for region 2. Further, we rearrange this equation because potential is greater than energy function, then we take it as d square psi by dx square minus 8 pi square m by h square into V naught minus E whole multiplied by psi is equal to 0. Similarly, as we put 8 pi square m by h square in equation 1 like alpha, we use here 8 pi square m by h square into V naught minus E is equal to beta square and take it as equation number 4. Okay. As we know, as we discussed before it, a particle in a box, if we remember that we have already discussed particle in a box, from there we got the results, or we can say that we got the general results of equation number 1 and 3, which are given as psi 1 is equal to a into e raised to power iota alpha x plus b into e raised to power minus iota alpha x, and psi 2 is equal to a into e raised to power beta x plus b into e raised to power minus beta x, which is given as equation number 5 and 6. By solving these equation, that is equation number 5 and 6, by applying boundary condition. What was the boundary condition? There are two regions where in one potential is equal to 0, and in second region potential is maximum, that is V naught. By assuming these, we are going to solve these equation number 5 and 6, and we got the result after solving the equation 5th and 6th, 8 pi square m v naught by 2 h square alpha b dot sin alpha a plus cos alpha a is equal to cos k a. And by putting some terms like 8 pi square m v naught alpha b by 2 h square is equal to p, we reduced the equation as p by alpha a sin alpha a plus cos alpha is equal to cos a. And if we are going to plot this result, that is if we want to take a plot of p by alpha a into sin alpha a plus cos alpha a versus alpha a, we got the, or we can see that we can plot it as like this, where explanation of this plot is given as it is a plot between p by alpha a into sin alpha a plus cos alpha a and alpha a, that is p by alpha a sin alpha a plus cos alpha a versus alpha a. From this plot we got 3 points. It is observed that energy spectrum of the electron consists of a large number of allowed energy bands and forbidden energy bands. In solids we got allowed energy bands and forbidden energy bands. From the spectrum we see that the width of the allowed energy bands, these are the allowed energy bands. If you see from the spectrum, it is observed that the width of the allowed energy bands goes on increasing with increasing of alpha a, that is width of the energy bands goes on increasing. On the other hand, if p goes on infinity, yet p tends to infinity, then what will we see? We see that the allowed regions becomes infinity narrower, and the energy spectrum becomes a line spectrum. What we see that if p tends to infinity, what will happen? This allowed energy spectrum not going on increasing, or width of this not going on increasing, it becomes a line spectrum, which is given by second figure. As second figure shows that if p tends to infinity, the allowed spectrum becomes narrower, or it is not a band or forbidden energy band spectrum, it becomes a line spectrum, that is its width goes on decreasing as p tends to infinity. Further, if p is equal to 0, what will we see? That the energy spectrum is continuous, which is given by the figure 3, that is its width goes on continuous. And as we discuss the allowed energy band and forbidden band on the basis of Cronin-Penney model, which is given by these three figures. There are 3 points which shows that according to first point, allowed bands, width of allowed bands goes on increasing, and if p tends to infinity, then width of the allowed energy bands or spectrum becomes narrower and becomes very thin. We can say that it becomes a line spectrum. Or on the other hand, if p tends to 0, then the spectrum is a continuous spectrum. So which is all about Cronin-Penney model, which is very important topic according to the exam point of view. Okay, thank you.